Hi everyone, and welcome to day 41 of What on Earth Am I Here For? And actually, there is no day 41 because it's a 40-day thing, but Pastor Rick has two more warnings to give before he sends us off. And today's warning is the envy trap. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Proverbs 14:30. You cannot fulfill God's purpose if you live envious of others in any respect. As humans, we're naturally interested in others, and we do tend to mimic the things that we like about others. But envy, in its deepest sense, is a form of spiritual rebellion. Pastor Rick says it's the equivalent of you asking God, why did you mess me up? Or I should have been more like this person. So, in that sense, you're being arrogant in pretending or thinking that you know better than God. And in Isaiah, he responds as, who are you, a mere human being, to argue with God? Should the thing that was created say to the one who created it, why have you made me like this? And more than this, envy is so bad for you because it denies your uniqueness. It makes you, at its very core, want to be like somebody else, which honestly, you deserve better. You deserve to be you. Envy divides your attention. It brings you out of the work that God planned for you, and into somebody else's story. And envy misuses your time and energy because instead of you focusing on your own progress, you're focusing on chasing the wind. Envy also leads to other sins. So, where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. For me, I always tell people this. Imagine if Mulan, I'm a Disney baby, so I grew up watching Disney. But imagine if Mulan were jealous of Sleeping Beauty, or Ariel, instead of getting her legs and going for her love, was jealous of Mulan and wanted to fight invading forces or something, because everybody has their own story to live, and part of your story is being authentic to what God has made, and that's you. So you have to celebrate your uniqueness and know that the challenges that you face were made for you to overcome them. And that is how you will grow when you face your own challenges. When you celebrate God's goodness to others and rejoice with those who rejoice and be sad when others are sad, it shows your love for them. And okay, God's Pastor Rick says it's supposed to come from being grateful for who you are and whatever you have. But I think it comes from you knowing that God loves you. If you know that you are loved and that you are enough, if the Father tells you that you are so special to me and you are so secure in your place in God's eyes, then you will never have to look at how He looks at other people as well. Pastor Rick uses this story where the landowner pays those who work the wage the whole day and those who work the wage half the day the same rate. And the ones who worked the whole day got mad. It's because they were comparing their work to the work of others. But actually, they had agreed to the rate that they already agreed to. So I think what it is the owner said, take what is yours and go your way. So this analogy makes it feel very hurtful because it's only one arbiter or one criteria, and that's value. You're thinking that just because somebody else got something, that their value is greater than yours. But what it is it's actually a question of paths and a question of tastes. For example, you are living your own movie, and in your movie, you are the star. So if your movie is Die Hard and you're getting shot at all the time, don't compare your movie to somebody else's Princess Diaries or Devil Wears Prada, because their movie is about fashion and and being and surviving their terrible boss. So what I'm saying is, just as you recognize your own uniqueness, you must recognize that your path is also unique and that your rewards are also unique. And so there's really no point in comparing yourself with others. More importantly, you have to bear in mind that you are already full, you are already loved, you're already accepted, you're already enough. And with that, you just have to choose to be happy. So choose it. Choose to walk with joy and with God. Trust God, even if in your mind or in how you assess things, you're not being treated fairly. Because like I said, right, God will come with divine retribution. He will be the one. Pastor Rick gives 4 pointers. He said, everything that you have is an undeserved gift from God. So I guess in that perspective, it's very easy to be grateful, right? And the second point is, you don't know what God knows and you can't see what God sees. So you have to trust Him. So sometimes when you don't understand things, you can just trust in your Creator and lift it all up to Him. Well, this is what I do also sometimes. But in this case, I understand everybody's uniqueness, and I understand that we are all incomparable. So that would be my replacement to the third point, which Pastor Rick says that life is unfair because of sin. And in a way, yes, everything is broken, and we're all sent for a different mission. And if your war is in Afghanistan and their war is in Vietnam, then you just have to understand the differences and celebrate it. And the fourth point is that God sent Jesus to save us from judgment. So there is a point where all things will lay in the balance. And you have to trust God on who He is. And there's a last point, that it wasn't fair for Jesus to die in my place, but He did it anyway. So I guess those are ways that you can justify the comparison. But for me, as long as you create the comparison or the stage in which you would put yourself against others, then you'll never be satisfied. Borrowing from Desiderata, you will always find greater and lesser men than yourself in a certain area. But the truth is that everybody is incomparable, and your mission makes you 100% suited to 100% do your purpose successfully. And if you focus on that, you will never have to waste any time on comparing yourself with others. Point to ponder. You can't fulfill God's purpose if you're envying others. Therefore, I suggest love yourself as God loves you already. Accept your unique destiny, your unique self, and your unique path of trials and lessons. Verse to remember: a heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Proverbs 14:30. So choose to be at peace, because happiness and contentment is a choice. Question to consider: in what areas of my life do I most often compare myself with others? How does this change knowing that I am loved, that I am unique, and that I am enough? And guess what? I love you too. God bless you.